wait for Amin and Metal to join. So I think we can start. Hello, everyone. Nice to have you here. Yeah, because we don't have, sprint planning. We review agenda every week right now because we're on Kanban, and we have two agenda from the last meeting left. Once is demo of what we've done and review what we've done for the last 2 weeks, and also reviewing the design, and also I think an agenda about the coordination. I think we didn't have time for it for more discussion, but I think it's all I know for today's agenda. Yes, it's my intentions to review all of them in this meeting, and I pass it to Donna. Sorry, I was a bit.
Right now, and my intentions for this call to see and see what's going on in IO and dApps in general, and yeah, that's it. I pass it on to Mohammed.
Hello everyone, my intention is to demo to you some issues that I fixed and it's under staging, and want to see the other guys' demos, and I have no distraction. I pass it to Mitch.
Thank you. My distractions, I'm sore this morning. Went out biking. Too hard, but I'm really excited to see what you guys have to show off, what you've been working on, and I'll pass it to Ramin.
Hi everyone, I'm going to show you the new features that we added to Giveth IO and Giveth Trace. I don't have any distractions. I don't have any distractions right now. I pass to Mato.
Hey guys, how are you? I'm distracted. My intentions for this call is to demo all of you the admin dashboard that I've been working on since last week. It's really cool. Also to see whatever you guys have been working. Sync up with everyone. I'll pass it to Ashley.
Hey there! Yeah, I also don't have any distractions. I'm here. I'm excited to see all the demos and see what's been going on and get back in the loop. And that's about it. Amin, have you already gone? Pass it to Amin.
No. Yeah, thank you. Hey everyone. Not distracted, a little tired. We'll have another call after this. And yeah, so only Wednesday become a crowded day in call. I'm so excited to see what's happening with Gus Trace. Is there anyone miss?
I can go.
Hello. Yeah, I pass it to Griff.
Yes. Okay, so
I'll stop it early.
I'm just hanging out. I'm just hanging out and I'm excited for the demos. I'll pass it to Lauren.
I'm just happy to see what's going on with the demos are. I'm glad to be here and just saying. I feel I'm also tired because it's just like meetings and meetings and meetings. I think everyone has gone. I'll pass it back to Monique.
Thank you. Very happy to see your faces here. Shall we start by demo? It's just a reminder that our demo it's not just demo, to everyone. It's kind of reviewing what we've done, problems, blockers, everything. So feel free to talk about your things that you do beside the demo and talk about, more kind of workflow informations or everything that may be related to your current work. And I just want to start it with Metal. Shall you please?
Sure, man. Let me try. Can you see it? I'm not seeing you, so please confirm verbally.
I'll sign it. Perfect.
Okay. So basically what I did was an admin dashboard that is connected directly to the backend. I didn't have to build everything from scratch, so that was amazing. I'm using this framework called Admin Bro. And for example, if we log in, I hope that everyone will get eventually some credentials. So when you log in, you'll see an interface that is basically all the database and all of the information that we have. Ignore this. This is like the basic interface that Admin Bro gives us. But the important things are in here. This is the name of the database in staging. For production, it will show, I think, only Giveth.io or something else. And for now, I only added the project table, the project status, and the user. So the one that is the most important right now, and the one that make this dashboard important right now, is the projects. So, for example, these are all the projects that are being shown in staging. As we have many properties, I only decided to show the title, the slug. I don't know why it's showing this history, but never mind. The creation date, the impact location, verified, the quality score, total donation, total hearts. If you click any, you can see all the information that is being saved. You can even edit it if you want. I only removed some properties in there. For example, you can list or unlist the projects directly here, or you can verify them. And the other cool part is that you can, select as many projects as you want, and I added these two extra custom buttons that you can list them or list them directly. This is a little bit weird. I don't know why is it shown like that, because I wanted to show not this total donation, total hearts. I wanted to show the verified, this column, and the listed. But I can show you easier here. Let's say this project, if I want to unlist them, I click in edit, I click on list, and that's it. You can change it. And this will show automatically on our front end. If I go back here, it should be showing that it's listed, like it says in here, listed. You can delete them, you can do anything. I can also remove this delete button, but as we are like the God mode of the Giveth dashboard, I can remove it. Also, a cool part is the filtering. So if you can check all the projects that are called Algernon, you can filter like that. Sorry, I missed it. Or you can also filter them by dates. So it's really cool in general what you can do with all of these. And the best part is that I didn't have to build all of this from scratch. It was basically generated by the framework, so I just have to modify it by our own necessities. For example, the options, when you select them, here we can put everything that we want right now. For example, I put the list and the listing because it's essential for us, and eventually I want to add for the cancellation of the projects and something else that we can eventually need. But yeah, so far is this. You can also check not only the projects, you can check the users that are currently in the database. You can edit them, you can do whatever you want with them because you are basically the God admin in here. The perks of a centralized system, as you can note. And the project status is also here. I will eventually add the donations table and the updates. I want to be slowly adding everything that we want to have some capabilities to make editions as admins. But for now, the essential part is the projects. And for example, I need to also fix something important, that is the creation of the user. For example, when I go here, I can select if the type, if it's going to be an admin or a restricted type. So when I add an admin type, I need to set a new password. So this isn't in the form because I had it kind of restricted in the database. So I want to work on that so anyone as admins can create any other admins. And that's it. If you want to play around, you go to serve.giveth.io/admin and you can try my own username. I haven't added many others. I will eventually do it for some of us, and the idea is that if you want to be one admin, you ask another admin, not necessarily myself, and anyone can do it. So please give me feedback during the week. I want to make this make more sense because sometimes the columns are like not showing the essential information. I want to show what's really essential, and yeah, make this like the best experience for us. I think that's it. The password, by the way, the admin creates for now Mateo@admin.com. The password is 123456. Very secure, but it's testing, so never mind. It doesn't matter. When we move back to mainnet, we need to put some more secure passwords. That's it.
Great, man.
Excellent.
That's so cool.
So thank you.
That's really cool.
So who's next? Shall I pass it to you, Mohammed?
Can do.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you have my screen? First of all, we have one issues about the hearts. If you see here, I like this project, but after I refresh that, it's in the production. I don't see my heart here, and also if you see, it has 90 here, but in here we have 98. So it was the problem that I fixed in the staging. If I refresh the page, I see my hearts here. One of my sorry. Let me like it. I refresh it. Where is that? Yeah, if you see, I have this heart, and if I open the project, the hearts I see in the list and in the detail is the same one. So it was the first issue I fixed, and it's under staging now. The second one was and an issue was in the Giveth Next that when someone changed the title of project, the slug would change, and the older links should not be valid. So I saved when you try to change the title, I saved your current slug in the slug history array, and every time you change your slug, I save your previous slug. So your older links would be valid. If you see here, I have two links that points to this project. Yeah, and if I change this slide, demo slide. So the slug has changed, and the old links are valid too. So the next issue that the next issue I fixed was when you wanted to create a project, you have a limitation for the 5 categories you should select. So it was handled in the front end. I have set a validation in the back end. So if user can bypass the front end, in the back end he would get error, and in the edit project I added this validation too. I can demo that too. We choose more categories, and I don't know it's the validation of front end or the back end, but we check in the both front end and back end now. So one of the last issue I fixed in the Giveth was Mitch wanted to get a project list of users, and it was getting error in the mainnet, but it's okay in the staging. If you call this query in the mainnet that serve.giveth.io, you would get error, but now it's okay. So it was my demo. If you have any comment, you can add.
I think you had something on Trace too before joining the.
Can I just add something about this particular issue? Sorry. I'm wondering if we can hotfix it, because I need to do this on mainnet in order to check that our email database is correct.
Yeah. Okay, I talk with you after the session. Yeah, I try to. Yeah.
Thank you.
Live that as soon as possible. So in the last week I spent 3 or 4 days to set up the project on my local system, and thanks to Mato, he helped me a lot. And so I just could fix 3 or 4 issues, but in the next sprint it would be more works that I can do. Okay, pass to Ram.
I just want to complete Mohammed's demo that we had some discussion about how we can improve the IO database or combine these 2 databases from the Trace and IO to avoid some problems that we have right now. For example, showing the project, some of the functions, for example, of the IO can't be done on the Trace projects, for example, liking or hearts, and even maybe updates. So we're working on it, and we have a technical session right after this meeting for it. And I think we can do it, take it in the coming week. And it's all from the backend side. Thank you, Mohammed. Rami, we're hearing you.
Do you have my screen?
Yeah.
First, let me demo what I have added to Trace. There was a new feature or new standard that the onboard.js added, and I upgraded onboard.js to support automatically changing the switch network, so the users shouldn't have to switch it manually from the MetaMask. For example, right now I'm on the Robson network, and I can donate. But let me change my user. Yes, for example, when I want to delegate it, let me sign in. When I want to delegate it, it tells me that I should change network to ring-heavy, and the user can click on the switch network, and the MetaMask will ask the user, and it will automatically switch to ring-heavy. And also for the donate button, it needs Robston network, and it asks the user to choose Robston. He can choose it manually, or if he click on switch network, the MetaMask will automatically go on the Robston. This is very fluid, and I implemented for all the buttons. For example, let me go to Robston. For example, when I click on cancel button or click on edit button, and also for all the manage menu, my traces also has this network, or when I click accept, and all the operations, I added this feature to automatically change the network. This is just working for the MetaMask because this is a standard that MetaMask supports, and Torres doesn't support it. Onboard.js supports it, but Torres doesn't support it. And because of this, if the user is on Torres, we don't show him the switch network button because Torres doesn't support it. But MetaMask is working very fast and very fluid. And on the Giveth IO, the most important issue was issue number 141. An issue Giveth raised it about the donate page. In the donate page, we have some issues and bugs. For example, when the user clicks on the switch wallet button, it asks the user that please set an amount, but the user wants to change the wallet. And if the user sets an amount and I click on the change wallet, I click, when I choose MetaMask, yeah, this is another bug that we face when the user change the network, for example, from Ringkey to Rob, the whole page refreshes, and it's not necessary because we can update just the components that we need. And as you see, we have some problem here. For example, when I click on the choose another wallet, but it starts donating, and some other issues about changing network or changing user or automatically updating the balance. Here, I in the pull request number 249, there were 4 issues that is attached to this pull request, and also there are 18 number of different issues or new features that are added or fixed in this pull request. For example, I completely re-implemented the onboard.js and implemented as a context to globally provide it to all the apps. And here I can change my MetaMask, change my wallet. Also, I make the select button larger. Here it was the select button was too short, and I also updated some of the tokens that Mitch sent me. For example, in the Xtime network, the CRV token. I added the CRV token and also some of the token icons. For example, the CRV token or the node token is updated. Also, the user balance is automatically updated. If the token is the main token, for example, on Xdai, the main token is Xdai, the balance immediately fetches from the onboard.js. But if the user is on another token, we have to fetch the balance from the network periodically. I added a function, a pull function that every 5 seconds it fetches the user balance from the network. For example, let me go to the Robson network.
Excuse me, every 5 seconds?
Every 5 seconds, yes. It periodically fetches the user balance. For example, now I have a 0.08 uni balance here. As you see, this is my uni balance. And let me buy some Uniswap. Okay. Let the transaction. I'm waiting for the transaction to be completed. Okay. Yes, and my balance is automatically updated 0.085 as here in my MetaMask. And also the responsiveness of the page also I improved it. And there were some other other improvements in this pull request. For example, when the user wants to when the user changes the network, it doesn't need the whole page to refresh. It automatically applies the new tokens and new balances. Even the user, even when we change the user, it automatically updates the balance and other stuff. And also, Yes, and some other minor bugs. For example, here, if I want to choose a token, I had to click on the token twice, and I also fixed it and doesn't need to click twice. And this is work very fluent. And some other minor issues that are fixed in this pull request. And I also had other tiny issues that are fixed in this sprint that they are in code review. They were tiny issues that I was assigned and do it. For example, setting more than 5 categories that the user shouldn't be able to set, or for example, there was an issue that Lauren raised that she couldn't update the title in the project view in the edit in the updates tab. She couldn't change or edit the title of the updates and some other tiny issues. Thank you. I will.
Done or reviewed?
Sorry.
Excuse me. If they're done, would you please? Who's the reviewer, Matt? Or you're the reviewer?
Yeah, I'm reviewing the pull requests mainly, but I'm not touching the issue. You can move them from in.
Appreciate it if you can. If you review it, please move it. Mitch and everyone, me. Because when I see the staging, it's empty, and I think that it's nothing to test. If you please move it right after your review, it is confirmed and deployed on the UAT. If you move the issue, we're here to test and confirm it for the production. Thank you. Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you, Ramin. A nice job, especially on the donate page. But the thing that I'm a little bit worried about is, we're improving lots of things in the UI, but I know that shortly Marco has new design for it, and maybe fixing, or improving too much things in the UI, would be a kind of waste of resources. Because we just stopped working on trace, moving here for the IO, and if everything change, even large improvements, maybe not necessary for example 1 or 2 months. So good news is we had Mosaid in our daily today local time. We talked about the design issues about 1 hour, lots of things discussed. He was not get onboarded very good about the processes of the IO, because I heard that Rodri is working on that, and Mosaid is just focused on the the token economy side. But he promised that we set meetings on Saturday and Monday to get on, for him to get more fluent in the process of the trace and IO both tabs, and to understand the flows, because he's a UX a specialist, and have to. He said that I act as a kind of touch point for you with Marco to finalize all of these processes, and have designs shortly in time. So I think that we can start after 1 or 2 weeks the project page, and maybe the donation. Lots of change has to be made, and new design, new stuff, new brand, and also we had lots of new standard type form for the UI. No, it's not. The name is not type form. What do you call it? System design. Yeah. So all of the things are standard. the width, the arcs, the everything about all the inputs. So maybe focusing too much, resolving issues on the front end side and the I/O. Maybe it could be wasted after. So, but I think that we can shortly start working on new design. And Cherik will join us the team. I know that tell you that he shortly start working on stuff, but I'm not sure that the design stuff there are completed or not. But yeah, this is our situation right now. Let me show you some improvement on the board. Take a look at our progress here. Yeah, still some bugs in the backlog. Sorry, I have to. Because we don't have a sprint, we don't put something here. For information, Matto, I just relate this card to this issue because I had some critical acceptance criteria or test flow for this admin dashboard. I think it was supposed to log in with the as you said, log in with the wallet instead of username and password. And you said that there is a whitelist of the wallet addresses.
Yeah.
In this we may change it later. I know. And
let me explain that. Yeah, that was in. But as I am using this framework, the admin bro framework, I want to check the possibility to add the Web3 authentication there. But otherwise, that can be done for later. Because as I explained, what I did with the dashboard was that fast because of the framework capabilities. So yeah, that's why I didn't use the Web3 address login first.
Okay. Yeah, we have to take a closer look for the other use cases. For example, if we assume that it's a dashboard for both apps, there are some use cases. Especially Ashley asked. For example, if I want to make some project unverified from the verified status. It has some effects on the trace IO2. We have to, change that attribute there. And I think Mohammed, after reaching that conclusion, that how we can make these two databases, sync with each other, we have to start working on this stuff. And Mohammed, for information, I mentioned you here about the, acceptance criteria that we have for this admin dashboard. And the number 6. Yeah. Did you see it? Yeah. And I just want your, feedbacks about the concept of deactivating. For example, if I want to deactivate project, it's clear on the IO, but at the trace side, I think that deactivate status is much more, related to archiving a campaign. A new concept that we made that stop it from getting listed, and also avoid any delegation and donation to the campaign. And so we analyze this, that deactivating a project that came from the trace means that we have to archive it on the trace site. If you have any comments or objections, please leave us your comments here. And yeah, we have verification on both databases. That's I think it's clear. And about the we don't see the kind of option for the campaign manager to forget about the trace. For example, I make my project traceable, but it doesn't have any meaning that I don't want to continue on trace anymore. It's not returnable. When I make my project traceable, so it's traceable for lifetime. We have to think about it, how we can adjust it. I think, Mohammed, you can play a significant role for this clarification, because if we sync these two databases, removing for example, a relation, it means that it's undone. For example, if I forget about relating my project here to one campaign there, we have to have more discussions about it. So as I see, all of these items, are done, can be done, except this 6 that we have to finalize it. And for example, for the listing, we don't have listing on trace, matter of the fact, but archiving, can be kind of, not showing the campaign in the list of the trace. But it doesn't have any meaning for, the just trace project that we get from their backend. Because I don't know about them, just call them. And, the unlisted things, it's an unclear thing. I think, Mohammed, again, you can make it more clear, in combining these two data, don't relate them to each other. And about the dashboard, I want your feedback playing with them. As Matt was said, especially you, Ashley, because you are working with the backend side or back office side. Please find your requirement there and tell your requirement to us to make it more clear. We just have this in progress, and Ramin just take bugs here and do lots of improvements in our IO. Hopefully we can start on the design and structure of the new design right after. As you say here, I just want to review some problems that we have in our IO. In our new design, I put my comments in the design channel, and I'm writing a document to make it documented. But this is totally a new feature. We have to set up a notification center, know which events has to be notified by who, and the read and unread, and which channel. Just even the UI or email, etc. We have to make it clear it's a new thing. I think right after we implement the front-end side, we can do this. About this item, we don't have any flow for this. Just showing the number. What happens when I click it? It is a pop-up showing my staked, tokens, whatever. I don't know. And about this item, it would be great if I know that which wallet I connected. In Fox, I see the icon here, showing me, for example, connected to your MetaMask or, for example, Taurus. And what happens when I click it on it? Should it change the wallet, or I show my profile section? And here we see this. When I hover on this card, I can share it or like it. It's very beautiful. But we just added the make your project traceable or verify here, but we hide this link for trace or verified project. We have to show the link of make your project traceable only for verified project. After they get verified, they may go to the process. But before that, we shouldn't show them. And yeah, it doesn't have any, a flow for example, the errors or lots of things that here on the top of the page. And especially at the side of the user, when I go to my user dashboard, what I have to see, it's lots of, I can see my donations, I can see my for example, projects there. We need the design for that part, also the detail of the project, and we have such meetings with Hossein, and hopefully we can confirm this. This is my update from the design side, and yeah, I think demo is up. And if you have any, we have another agenda for after design. I think the collaboration stuff that you mentioned last meeting was left. Lauren, you said I prefer that we have more discussion about it. If you think that there is kind of collaboration problems here, no, we didn't have any more time in the last meeting that we have. I appreciate if you want, maybe new agenda.
Oh, I don't know what else. I think, well, yes, last meeting when we talked about just kind of like people reviewing each other's code, it just seems like it's already sort of like naturally proving that there's a little more communication. I don't know if I have anything specific to add to that.
Can I add something? I guess we need some sessions, we should define some plan for how we take serious decision in design. Some of these items that we are talking about needs huge amount of thought and research behind that. For instance, merging the backends. It's simple, but it's huge and needs deep insight to the both backends and experience in designing system. That's the reason I invited Java, because he's so experienced in such kind of things. And we should think about, I guess we should have another approach, another procedure for such kind of task rather than such feature or bug fix. Okay, let's discard it. We should discuss it in sessions. We have a call after this. It would be I guess it should be very productive. The admin bro is good, but I wasn't part of that decision. I don't know who was Mateo or whether Mateo was. Of course, Mateo was, but I don't know who had discussed about it. Such kind of decision, I guess, should be talked more. They are just technical, not about user journey, not about nothing that DAO member could. It's not something to be discussed in DAO things. It just should just be discussed in the inner developers calls and take decisions, dedicated decisions. Yeah, that's it. So that's the reason I'm thinking that we are patching our current design. The design is not well designed, probably, and there wasn't a first integrated thought for making this application. They all had independently developed. Giveth Trace in one way, Giveth IO another way, and now we want to merge this application. And of course, I know that it's not very easy. We may do something we want to create something in short time, but it will raise another. Of course, there is the design issues after that, and we cannot fix those easily. And maybe it's not fixable without a design again. So that's it. I want that information that maybe we cannot waste time with people here in these calls and just open another third session for just devs to talk about such complicated stuff for non-developers and not software engineers. Sorry.
I definitely agree, but it's open. It doesn't need any decision. As we set meetings right after this. We can have lots of meetings together, because you're a little bit go to economist side. I think you don't know that even in our two last meeting we talk about the using the ready kind of UI on the database. Marco suggested it. I was thinking that we can do it by ourselves. The front end that relates to the a wrapper, a service, a REST service, instead of directly to the database. I was thinking of that, but it's not my decision. Mato, you, Mohammed, everybody have to talk about it. I just talk about the use cases. The main use cases was the Ashley's need and everyone's need that we want to, for example, change the list unlisted in bulk. So there is, for example, a use case. But as a PO, I have to make it more clear for you analyzing it. That hey, for example, on listing on the trace, what does it mean? Let's talk about it, and we just give you hints. So if you want to implement it, you have to have talks with each other. It's normal, and I know that the time frame or the time zones. It's a very
I think I just saying that I want to say the thing about the admin bro is that I guess it's so dangerous to give access to some, for instance, I don't know, some non-dev to access that tables. It's very complex and maybe could be very complex and very dangerous. For non-dev to directly manipulate table data, that will ruin many things. For instance, the foreign key and everything. I don't know. I'm mistaken. It's my thought that maybe we should define. I don't know. I haven't researched. Maybe that would be the best decision. I'm just talking about this. Things like that should be with I should have separate, very distinctive calls for taking that decision, and not just a call. Maybe I'm not available, maybe Matthew wasn't available, maybe Mohammed wasn't available, and maybe I have missed such decision. I cannot remember that, sorry. But
I just want to add to this point here with the admin dashboard. It's good that it's on staging, right? So we can catch these things and be like, oh, well, a non-technical user or an admin probably shouldn't change that. So I don't know how customizable it is, but I think Amin has a really good point. But that's why we put things on staging first,
Yeah. Yes. I don't know what was the requirement. Monique says that Marco has mentioned such requirement that we need some admin panel.
I talked about this months ago, about an admin dashboard, because we wanted to verify projects, we wanted to list them, we wanted to remove them from the website, and every time we wanted to do this, we had to ask a dev to do it.
Yeah. Right. User story, and I just want to make some sketches for it. But when I talk about it with Marco said no, it's built on things on the he's just suggested that we can use a UI on the database. And Mato after that, Mohammed didn't join the team that time, Mohammed with Dramin, I think they have conversations and decided on to choose this project. But yeah, according to Mitch, we have time to change it. Let's see. I'm understand you, and I understand Meto and all the team members because they just want to deliver as fast as it's possible the requirement. And you say that, hey, what's up? You have to take a look together. Technically, because I have kind of technical side, I know that having a dashboard, a UI dashboard connecting with the database. There is not just one project, maybe have another projects. We have to, it is dangerous, and the requirement is not just connecting with the database. The requirement is just, doing lots of things. Maybe, for example, changing the, something that is not related to the, for example, kind of config things that is not related to the database. So, I understand you and I hear you. And I invite you to please contribute more in this discussion. Mohammed, we have Mohammed right now because he's he expert in the backend side of the trace and here, and he can take responsibility as a hero for both steps, backend side. So when we have him, all things can be made clear for the front end side. They know what to do. But before that, they just have one solution connecting to the database. So it's my plan. It's in my sites.
Yeah. We had the same requirement and Giveth trace, and we added few panel items there because for any reason, for instance, the schema can be changed, the database schema can be changed, and you should notice that. Okay, Lauren, Mitch, and anyone else who is the admin want to change the tables, please do that. And it can, I don't know, that. How to put it completely. Just this, I discussed it. I don't want to make it longer. We are at the top of the hour.
Very good point. Thank
you again. Thank you, Matteo, for implementing that. Of course, that was the decision made by the Giveth. Of course, I'm just talking about the decision-making procedure. Just my comment was that site stuff should be discussed in the local, in the devs in a special devs, dev teams. All the developers. We have just one developer team. Just one. It's not business to business. We are just one team.
Okay. The time zones is matter, I think. Yeah. In our at these times, we have filled it with all of the meetings. So when we go to sleep, just the day of the matter just start. And
we can schedule coordinate a call. We can define the task first, give every dev some time to research, and then share our thoughts with each other, do brainstorming, and find the best and find one thing that works better than. If you spend time in advance to design a better structure, design better software, we will have less trouble later. Or no trouble later.
Thank you.
It's idle. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. We ran out of time. I appreciate your, efforts, especially Mato. Lots of thanks.
Thank you, Mato.
Lots of thanks, Mohammed. I know, we'll count on you on this project. And we have a technical meeting right after, and Jawad just joined us right now. We just want to say goodbye, for the last meeting. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
It looks really awesome.